can't believe it. Look at all this rain. Now my place flood out. Look. The things gone. Even the important documents. And the photos of grand and granddad when they was young. No, man, no.
The Caribbean region is one of the most vulnerable regions in the world to natural hazards due to climate change, seismic activity, the annual hurricane season, and the more than 16 active or potentially active volcanoes in the region. Who can forget all the ash from the last Fur's eruption in 2021? The region has also been impacted by tsunamis in the past. The frequent storm events have resulted in severe flooding, resulting in the frequent loss of personal effects. Our cultural heritage is very often affected, particularly those cherished documents that form part of the heritage of our loved ones. The loss of these cherished documents is the loss of our cultural and social history of Barbados. However, through digitization, we're able to take those easy steps to preserve these important memories. But what exactly is digitization? Digitization is a conversion of your documents or photos into a digital form that can be processed by your computer. Digitization ensures that you have these important materials for much longer to share with your loved ones. Digitizing our important family documents can help us in researching our ancestors.
You know, at one time people felt that family history would have been for persons whose families played a large role on the national stage that are well known. But we can tell you every family has a history that deserves to be researched, documented, and made known.
Other institutions, such as churches, also keep and digitize important documents, some of which can provide important information about our family members long ago. Digitizing these documents can ensure that you have these documents to share with your family for many years to come, instead of worrying about them with each natural hazard that occurs. Perhaps you don't think your historical family records are important. Your family documents could one day become part of an important national collection.
So here at the West Indies Federal Archives Center, KFIL Campus Archives, we have the records that would have been bequeathed to us from individuals such as Sir Sridath Ramphal, Sidney Martin, the second principal of the KFIL campus, the papers of Sir George Alleyne, prominent Barbadian and former Chancellor of the University of the West Indies.
Have you identified those important family documents that you would like to safeguard for future generations? Want to know how to get started with your own digitization project?
When you are scanning, for example, a photograph, always remember to take as good a quality as possible, so the highest resolution that is available to you. Remember, you have to take the subject of the photograph, the front of the photograph, as well as the back. You must also remember, do not discard your originals. These are also valuable, not only to the family, but together these documents form part of Barbadian documentary heritage.
Based on my time working here, I believe that it's important for persons to get their historical documents digitized and conserved because paper deteriorates. In a few years, you probably won't have that memory anymore. And if you're like me and you want to show your future children or your grandchildren and just down the family line, the various things, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, I believe that it's important to get the documents digitized. You can store them digitally on your computer, on your phone, on a flash drive, and you will be able to keep these memories for years.
This video was developed as part of the project Strengthening and Protecting Barbados' Cultural Property through the digitization and conservation of records related to slavery, implemented by the Division of Culture, with funding support from the Government of Barbados and UNESCO's 1954 Convention for Protecting Cultural Property in times of emergencies due to armed conflict and natural disasters.
The funding that we have received for this project has 4 key components. The first component, that includes the preparation and creation of an emergency contingency plan for Barbados' historical records at the Archives Department. The second component includes a national training workshop where key persons, not only at the archives, but key stakeholders in Barbados will be trained on how to digitize historical records. The third component is a regional workshop. This is the exciting part where we bring together some of the experts in the region who have knowledge on disaster risk management and assessment for historical documents. And the fourth component, which for me is the crowning part of this project. This is a digitization of Barbados' historical records here at the Archives Department, pre- and post-emancipation records. This entire project is key to building up Barbados' heritage economy and to ensure that we have our authentic tourism product available to others. And finally, this project will help with the preservation and safeguarding of Barbados' heritage for our future generations.
For more information on getting started with your own family digitization project, please see the links included.